High snap, play action, Nichols underneath, caught, gets away from one tackler, gets away from two tacklers, down the sidelines, one man to beat, stutter step, getting away to the end zone, number 8, Dylan Talley, touchdown, Bowie.
Robertson in motion, Craven's back to pass, goes across the middle, Ghostin holds it in, he's gonna go to the touchdown, to the house, Cravens to Ghostin, Colt, touchdown!
As a tight end, pulls a guard, Barrett finds the hole, follows the pulling guard, cuts outside, bounces outside to the 20, 10, 15, 5, touchdown Bowers, touchdown Bowie!
And folks, we have history at Haltom. Danny Bustamante has just pitched a no-hit, no-run, no-walk shutout. A perfect game for Danny Bustamante.
Rios looks at Alvarado and turns home. It's going to that left field gap. That's a base hit. Here comes Axel Alvarado. The Colts are going to take the lead in the top of the 7th on the base hit by Gannon Howard. Burkle out of position. They've got to pass, and they've got to go! Patomeco with the pass. Mirario has a bit of a look. Shot on goal, and he gets it in! Two tight end set here as we go to the left-hand side with B.J. Rogers. Rogers is into the second level. B.J. Rogers to midfield. One man trying to catch up to him, but he will not. Number 6 in for 6. That will do it.
This broadcast is under intellectual property and may not be repurposed or reproduced without express written consent. Enjoy this presentation from Zach Arnold Productions. Energetic.
For once, it actually is windy on Wednesday. Coming to you live from Grand Prairie, Texas. It is a beautiful but blustery day to start district. Bowie is at the Gophers and Zap is on the call. The pregame show presented by Chapman Cornelius is coming up right after this. John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
Are you a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage? Or perhaps you're navigating the complexities of Medicare? Look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent insurance agency with over 50 years of experience with tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need home and auto, business insurance, or individual or group medical, Chapman Cornelius has knowledgeable agents who will help you select just what you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott at 817-265-3346.
This is the Chapman Cornelius pregame show presented to you by Chapman Cornelius Insurance, Inc., a family-owned business with a team of professionals that have served the Arlington area for over 50 years. So don't let insurance be a headache. Chapman Cornelius can create a custom insurance plan tailored to your small business needs and budget. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346 or go to www.chapman-cornelius.com. This is the district opener for the Bowie Volunteers here at Grand Prairie High School, and we're doing a special broadcast from you from the Crow's Nest on top of the Grand Prairie press box here at Grand Prairie High School. It's not great if you're not a fan of heights, and I am not a fan of heights, but I'm up here with good people who can take this broadcast to the next level. We got Chaz running, producing, and we got Zach the voice doing a little maintenance work, but he's going to be on the call with me tonight here as the Volunteers are going to start off their home opener after a tough round of tournament play for the Volunteers. They struggled the last two tournaments that they had played in, but as we all know, district play brings a brand new season, and this is a chance for the Volunteers to get back on track. To start off good, you always want to start off district play 1-0, and for Bowie, the path to try to win a district championship starts tonight. This team came really close last season. Obviously, the district last season went to Arlington High in a game that they won over South Grand Prairie. Bowie ended up coming in third, I believe, in district last season. So it's all new season. A lot of returning players from that team last season. With Jackson Turner, one of those guys that you're going to hear a lot of. He's playing shortstop. He's got a lot of speed. Last season he was playing center field. You put your best athletes on the team at shortstop, and that's where Jackson's going to be at tonight for the Bowie Volunteers. We're going to have a good night. It's very windy up here. They said 40-mile-per-hour winds all day in the TV station. 40-mile-per-hour winds. So if you hear me blow away, I might get blown away to Oz. But hopefully I don't land on a witch. But we'll be good here at Grand Prairie High School as Zach is now getting back on the call.
Man, that's no way to talk about your wife.
That was uncalled for.
Oh, it's great to be at the ball field. I've always said that a day at the ball field is always better than a day at the office, and that is exactly what we get. We get to have this upper crow's nest as our office tonight. Chaz Melton's going to be helping with the camera and with the production side of things. As you mentioned, both teams looking to start District 1-0. The Grand Prairie Gophers are the home team, obviously, and they are one of only 2 teams in District 8-6A that come into district play with a winning record. But Coach Johnson said the thing that he is most intrigued by about this squad is how scrappy they are. He's friends with different people that have participated in different tournaments across the area, and he said that every coach he's talked to has commented on how scrappy the Grand Prairie Gophers are. And so it'll be interesting to see how that scrappiness takes form in the district opener here tonight.
Yeah, this is going to be one of the last times we'll get a chance to see Grand Prairie in this district. As everybody knows, district reshuffles going into the fall. So Grand Prairie will no longer be in our district. So this is a chance for the Gophers to end their District 8-6A run with all the Arlington schools and try to get an upper head on them and try to make it to the playoffs. South Grand Prairie has been there, but Grand Prairie, this team has always been building, always trying to get better each season, always just missing a few pieces. This might be the year that they get those pieces together. But for Bowie, a lot of those pieces are returning. You got Jackson Turner, you got Christian Uribe, you got Andrew Vega. Those are the guys you wanna lean on. A lot of seniors on this volunteer team. You have some newcomers too. You won't have Roberto De Leon back behind the plate anymore. You have Raul Sanchez catching for the pitchers. So you have new names and had a lot of time during district play to get comfortable. So let's see how they can translate those district games, those tournament games into district play.
Jot, you got to see these volunteers do a couple of games in the Irving ISD tournament as you see Coach Reeves and Coach Johnson exchanging lineups down at home plate. What was one thing that you noticed about this Bowie volunteer team as we get ready for first pitch?
The defense, the infield. The first game we got a chance to see them, they took on Cedar Hill. They ended up getting a 5-1 win. And one thing that we noticed during that game was the infield play for Bowie was much better than Cedar Hill's infield play. You could tell the difference. When Cedar Hill had multiple errors, Bowie was doing everything. They had alignment and assignment and attention to detail. They made sure everybody was where they needed to be. The ball gets hit, third baseman Uribe, he made sure he looked it into his glove, fired over to first. Same thing as short, same as second, all the way around. And that's what you need if you want to get a good win and get a good season out of your players from district. And then one thing I also noticed in the second game, Jackson Turner got on the bump for the Volunteers in the second game of district play. And he went out there and he had a great game. He gave it 1 run. It was a unearned run, and the Volunteers ended up losing that game, though, to Irving Nimitz. But it was a lot of good things to see out of the Volunteers.
We're really excited to be bringing you this district action for the Volunteers all season long, home and away. So go ahead and copy that link and hit that share button. Let the folks at home know that we're about to get underway here at the home of the Gophers. Gopher Park goes 320 to the left corner and right corner, approximately 365 to the left and right center field gaps, and straight away into the forest up on the top of the hill here, 380 to the batter's eye at dead center. The wind is coming in from center and coming from that center field, left field area and blowing towards first base. So I predict a lot of ground balls and a lot of contact that goes to foul territory in this ball game, because the wind is going to carry and it's going to swirl and it's going to cause havoc for both teams here tonight.
Look, I'm 300 pounds. I feel like this wind is going to carry me away. And I don't know what's going to happen. But it's going to be a lot of wind. You see the flags, if you can see it in the left center field, they are blowing inwards. So we might have a lot of balls going out of foul territory behind us over our head if the wind picks it up. But nothing's going deep tonight unless you got a lot of power behind it.
That is the PA voice of the Gophers, Matt Davidson, friend of mine, bringing us the starting lineups. No ambient crowd mic for us on the call tonight, Jot, because it's just too windy. You're either going to hear a lot of mumbling from Matt, or you're just going to hear a bunch of wind blowing right into the microphone. So it's just our lovely pipes tonight.
I guess the bright side is, like you said, you could be working in an office, which I did earlier today, to coming out and doing a baseball game. So I'd rather enjoy the baseball game with the wind. There might not be a lot of muffling, but you're going to hear a lot of stuttering. Those long days, waking up at 5 and 6, your brain just starts
Hey man,
cutting out at
that's
8
why
o'clock.
that's why I got this little 8.4 fluid ounces of assistance helping me out, because Lord knows I need it.
I've cut myself down to one bang a day if I need it. Adderall is a good carrier for me. Doing a lot of editing there at the studio, so one bang a day, make sure I'm taken care of. I wish I had another one right now. I tell you,
I'm with you, buddy.
as you see the volunteers getting introduced. Call number 16, Zion Sergio, one of the newcomers on this team playing first base for the Volunteers. You got a chance to see him in the field versus Irving Nimitz. He played really spectacular out in the field. He's one of the guys that you will hear a lot of plays getting made from this season.
Let's go ahead and talk about those starting Volunteers, as they'll be batting first here in the top of the first after we have national anthem. Jackson Turner is finally feeling good. He's been in and out of the lineup. You mentioned him playing in the Irving tournament, did not play in last week's Cleburne tournament, but he is in the lineup and starting here tonight. Andrew Vega will be the pitcher and batting second, wearing jersey number 2, so batting spot 2, jersey 2. Batting third and playing third, Chris Uribe. The designated hitter is Adam Fiorentino. He'll bat cleanup and be followed by the center fielder, Isaiah Piper. Micah Couch will bat 6th, playing left field. He'll be followed by Josue Martinez. The catcher, you mentioned Raul Sanchez, is behind the dish and batting 8th. And rounding out the order, playing first base, is Zion Sturgill. Not in the lineup, being DH'd for by Fiorentino, is the right fielder, Darian Brown. Brown is not in the lineup, but will be in the field defensively for the Volunteers. Defensively around the horn for the Gophers, Peoples is at first, Torres is at second, Martinez is at third, Muniz is at short, Dennis is in left, Garcia's in center, and Sanchez is in right. Alvarado is behind the plate, catching for the pitcher today, Isaac Aguilar. Aguilar on the mound for the Gophers.
Shortstop number 3, Saul Muniz. First baseman number 11, Brandon Peoples. Left fielder number 0, Austin Dennis.
As the starting lineups come in, did you get a chance to say thank you to Chapman Cornelius while I stepped away?
I did. I started off saying thank you, Chapman Cornelius, but I can do that again.
We appreciate them very much for being our pregame show sponsors, and we appreciate you all for tuning in to this district opener. Copy the link and hit that share button. Reserves are being announced, and the national anthem's about to get underway, and then after that, it is baseball time in Grand Prairie, Texas. Don't go away. The Bowie Volunteers clad in their orange jerseys with pinstripe pants and the classic cream and blue for the team occupying third base. As much as we want you to hear the national anthem, you may not be able to. So we're going to just keep it quiet for a little while, and then we'll come back in a moment with first pitch. Thanks for tuning in to the Zap Network. Baseball is up next. Play ball. Jot, I accounted for what the warmth was going to be like around here today. I don't think I accounted for how breezy it was going to be.
I snuck in and out of the weather center a few times that they're redoing at the studio, and the constant reminder of it's gonna be 40-mile-per-hour winds today.
You just stopped mid-sentence to direct the fictional Aggie war hymn that's playing here.
I'm married to an Aggie. I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it.
Oh, there's plenty you can do about it.
I mean, the other thing is there are some high schools that do play a version of Hell to the Victors. I remember Flower Mound did, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's natural, you know. Hell to the Victors as a Wolverine, you have to stop what you're doing. Did you know, Zach? I learned this today. Kerry Wood, the pitcher from the Chicago Cubs, went to Grand Prairie High School.
No, I did not know that.
He made it all the way to the semifinals and the state playoffs, and he has thrown a record. He threw a record for how many pitches in a game? 175
In one game?
in a double header.
In a doubleheader. So he went back to back. This was
Back to
before
back.
they had pitch count limits.
Yes, which probably contributed to the Tommy John surgery later on down the
No
season.
doubt.
But I was a big fan of Kerry Wood and Mark Pryor from the Chicago Cubs, the team that went on, the 03 team that lost to the Marlins in the NLCS, with Moises Alou and Carlos Zambrano and Erasmus Ramirez. That was one of my favorite teams as a kid because of Kerry Wood and Mark Pryor, two of the pitchers that I idolized the most. I didn't realize Kerry Wood went to school here, so if he's listening, or if anybody knows Kerry Wood, let him know. I still got his jersey in my closet.
The only jersey I ever got, I didn't really grow up a jersey kid. I would get like apparel, like team apparel, but I never went the jersey route. I have a I have a Kevin Durant Oklahoma City Thunder, and I have a 2010 World Series Josh Hamilton. Those are the only two jerseys I've got.
I got a few. I got a Hamilton, Yu Darvish from the Rangers, both are red. I got an Earl Campbell jersey that's stitched with powder blue from the Oilers.
Oh wow.
I got a Virginia Tech Mike Vick. I don't know what it was. Jerseys were just my thing. Jerseys. I have multiple Michigan jerseys. A Weber jersey. Desmond Howard signed my Wolverine Desmond Howard jersey when they came for Alabama, Michigan back in 2010, 2011. So I got a lot of jerseys in my closet.
Better than skeletons.
A lot of those too.
Coach Crowdis has made his way up the third base line. Coach Johnson will head out to the first base box shortly. Jackson Turner's getting ready to dig into the batter's box to face Isaac Aguilar. And as we open up this game, we want to remind you to open up your home to new possibilities with Modern West Windows and Doors, our first pitch sponsors this season. Right-handed Aguilar turns and fires, and it's too far inside for ball one, and we are underway from the Crow's Nest in Grand Prairie, Texas. Across the Metroplex over at Haltom, the Arlington Colts are squaring off with the Buffaloes. That game also live on the Zap Network. As ball two gets issued low and away here, my pops Doug and my mom Patsy are doing a married tandem over there at Haltom this evening. The last time they did that, Danny Bustamante threw himself a perfect game. The 2-0 pitch here to Jackson Turner is too far inside, and he has worked ahead to a 3-0 count.
I understand now the expression for the birds as we're in the crow's nest because I am not a fan of heights and this wind is making it hard
I've
for
noticed
me.
no birds in the sky because they're just going to get carried away. There's nobody aboard, so this doesn't count as a balk necessarily, but Aguilar did kind of stumble off of the mound, and they will issue him first base. So the home plate umpire clarifies the situation, and I guess that's ball four. We'll credit Jackson Turner with a walk. That's a unique situation, John. I don't know if I've ever seen a pitcher stumble on a 3-0 count to issue a fourth ball and put the leadoff man aboard.
We had an interesting situation like that last week with the Arlington game over at Burkeville, and because of the way that Adam Tayara he pitches, he holds the ball behind his hand, that they end up calling the ball before he released the pitch.
Interesting.
So it's just been interesting the way some of these umpires have called a few things lately.
The pitcher, Andrew Vega, takes a look at a called strike one. Pitcher-on-pitcher matchup here in the top of the first inning. Peoples covering Turner over at first base. He's off and running. The bunt is squared up for, and it's laid down well. The only play is to first, and the sacrifice is successful to move Jackson Turner over to second base on the 1-3 sac BU.
That's a good way of moving your speedy leadoff man into scoring position now with the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. Last time I saw Christian Uribe, who's about to walk into the batter's box, Zach, he went 6 for 6. I mean, he was 6 for 6 the entire day.
The whole day.
The whole day. 3 for 3 both games for Cedar Hill and Irving Nimitz. So maybe we're bringing some good luck here.
Uribe with a man in scoring position as Torres returns to a traditional spot. This is a chopper, and they are going to say foul. Good recovery there by Peoples, and Turner will have to go back to second base. Kind of gives the impression of UFCU Dish Fault Field with these individual bases with green in between the baselines. Big Grand Prairie G behind home plate. The 0-1. It's going to be called a ball. Both middle infielders will converge on second base. It's kind of surprising how deep they're both playing in this infield, considering the wind. I suspect they'll have to make some adjustments as the game progresses. It's a ball and a strike to Uribe. He'll chop it the other direction, also foul as it gets barehanded by Coach Crowdis.
I need to make an adjustment too. I got a new shirt today from the CW, and it's a long sleeve shirt. I gotta go grab it at some point in time.
I hear
Not now, just make the adjustment.
I hear you. Does producer Chaz have a jacket? Might have one I could loan you if you really need one. Hold down the fort for a half an inning while Jot runs out to the cars.
Oh no, I'm not going back down.
You're not going down that ladder? It's a straight up and down vertical ladder here at Gopher Park as 2 balls and 2 strikes gets issued to Uribe. Once you're up, you're kind of stuck up.
Look, I'm scared of heights already, man. I'm up here. I'm up here until it's time to go, and if I get down, I ain't coming back. I will call this game from the bleachers.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch. In play, the wind is going to hook it. It's going right, and it's going all the way to the wall. Jackson Turner is going to be waved around third. Uribe is going to head for third. The cutoff is not going to be in time, and it's a triple RBI for Christian Uribe. It's 1-0.
This reminds me of the Irving series. The first thing he did was knock in Jackson Turner. The first game, the first hit of the game versus Cedar Hill. There we go. That's how you get district play started there with an RBI triple. Give your Volunteers a 1-0 lead.
And there's still just 1 out for the designated hitter, Adam Fiorentino. The wind definitely played a factor in that swing, John. It was headed to directly right field, and then it skittered and hooked all the way to the wall. And I think it could have carried with just a few ounces more pressure. Might have been a home run. So Uribe, 90 feet away from the second run. I'm going to chop this one foul as Fiorentino evens the count at a ball and a strike with 1 out. District play officially underway here in Grand Prairie, Texas. Thanks so much for joining us alongside Jot Holly and Chaz Melton. I'm Zach Arnold, bringing you this District 8-6A competition. That one is framed by Alvarado, but the home plate umpire says no, and that'll be a ball.
Infield's playing in shallow, guarding the lines. Be interesting to see if they play a little small ball here with Fiorentino. Drop down a sack bunt to get Uribe coming from third.
That That one also cannot find the zone. It's a hitter's count to the designated hitter and cleanup man, Fiorentino. Can he clean up an extra run with Uribe standing on third? Aguilar sets and delivers. That one's skied to center field. That should be enough, and it may be trouble. Center fielder on his horse, and it's not going to get caught. Fiorentino's headed for second, and that is going to be an RBI double. That will score Uribe.
We were just talking earlier how the wind was coming in from center field. The wind pushed that ball back in, but it swerved out of the way of the center fielder. It had a lot of pop behind it. He couldn't get underneath it, and that ended up being a run for the Volunteers. So the wind's playing a factor already with back-to-back big hits.
See the instant replay actually working for us here today as we show you that RBI double. As the timeout gets called here. Another man in scoring position. Bowie's off to a 2-0 start. And Arlington also off to a 2-0 start in the top of the first. They're up early at Haltom with men in scoring position. Also on the Zap Network. Chopper to second. This will move the runner, but Piper will be retired on the 4-3.
Got it back there by Piper. You need to do for the runner into score position. Yeah. He was already at second.
Yeah.
Then you got him 90 feet away from home with your number 6 man in the lineup coming up trying to get him in.
It almost counts the same as a sacrifice bunt. You do the exact same purpose of moving the runner another 90 feet. And now a wild pitch makes it 3-0. Micah Couch will foul this one into the berm, but does not cross the fence. Go onto the neighborhood street that is behind us here.
Shout out Tim Costello here. His idea of the Hubba Bubba chewing gum. You bring back a foul ball, give you chewing gum. There's a lot of foul balls that get hit out into the street here at Grand Prairie.
That's for sure. A 1-1 count here to Micah Couch, starting left fielder for the Volunteers.
Big League Chew, if you're listening, well, you can call us. We do it for you.
They're going to give him a called strike in the upper quadrant of the strike zone there. It's a ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs now. Trying to bring in Fiorentino from third.
You just need to protect here if you're at the plate for Couch. You have the runner 90 feet away. Anything that comes across the plate, you got to swing at it.
Too high. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Bases full of Colts and nobody out over at Buffalo Field.
Sounds like they're about to empty the stable over there.
Just about. Deuces are wild. Next pitch. Check, swing, called. Strike 3 anyway. Couch is retired. And the top half of the inning is over, but not before Turner walks and scores. Vega is able to bring him over. A triple by Uribe and a double by Fiorentino puts the Bowie Volunteers at 2, and the Gophers coming up to the plate when we come back here on Zap.
Whenever a plumbing problem hits your home, experience matters. Pipe & Peak is a family-owned residential plumbing company with 16 years of experience that you can trust. They handle everything from yard leaks and slab leaks to tunnel work, and they're specialists in replacing old cast iron pipe. No job is too big or too small, and their pricing stays competitive. If you're seeing signs of aging pipes, now's the time to act. Send an email to Caleb Renfro to see how Pipe & Peak can help your home. When your high school field needs to look game ready, trust John Kling and the pros at Field Ops North Texas. This veteran-owned team delivers fast turnaround and long-lasting field striping for football, soccer, lacrosse, and more, using professional-grade paint and equipment. Field Ops proudly serves schools and communities across North Texas, helping student-athletes compete on fields that look as good as they play. Get a free quote today by visiting gofieldops.com/north-texas.
To the bottom of the first inning we go here on the Zap Network. Defensively for your Bowie Volunteers, Zion Sturhill is at first. Josue Martinez is at second. Christian Uribe is at third. Jackson Turner is at short. Micah Couch is in left. Isaiah Piper's in center. Darian Brown not in the lineup, but playing right field. Raul Sanchez is behind the plate, and his battery mate on the mound, as we mentioned. Number 2, Andrew Vega. Starting lineup for the Grand Prairie Gophers, according to Texas High School Baseball, they have a 6-win, 4-loss, 1-tie record coming into 8-6A. Leading off and playing third base, Rodrigo Martinez. Batting second, I want to say that's second base. I think I wrote 24 instead of 2B. 2B or not 2B? That is the question. Diego Torres batting second. Giovanni Alvarado batting third and catching. Isaac Aguilar is the cleanup hitter. Pitching tonight, shortstop Saul Muniz bats fifth. First baseman Brandon Peoples will bat sixth. Austin Dennis, the left fielder, will bat seventh. He'll be followed by Amir Sanchez, the right fielder, at the eighth spot. And Jalen Garcia, the center fielder, rounds out the batting order for the Grand Prairie Gophers. And if you hit the subscribe button and wait a brief 10 minutes, you can join the chat here on YouTube and let us know where you're tuning in from. We appreciate the support.
On the way to 1,000.
We just hit 900 subscribers the other day during tournament play. 1,000 would be a feather in the cap of the Zap network, allow us to monetize, do more on the YouTube front. First pitch from Vega to Rodrigo Martinez is a called strike one. Looks like that one may have been a little bit low. 1-1 the count. Lot of wind whipping in here as that one tails across the strike zone for a called strike number 2. God, I'm having a devilishly hard time keeping up with just how bad my voice may sound with all this wind blustering in. Chopper to third, and that will go foul. Uribe with a good backhand, though.
You sound fine to me there, buddy. Sound fine to me. If anything, I'm just worried about getting carried away. Kansas Carry Out My Wayward Son's always been a good song for me to work out to, and I didn't think it would be a realistic moment until today where I might get carried away.
That one's going to carry away outside of the strike zone, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff man, third baseman Rodrigo Martinez. Looked like a pitch he threw earlier, but this time it's ball number 3, and the count runs full to the leadoff man.
It's a good job right there by Sanchez behind the plate to frame that pitch. It looked like a good pitch that he just didn't get the call on.
Payoff pitch in play. Center field tailing to right field, and a good job by Piper to come up and make the catch for the F8 and out number 1.
There's a lot of good players out there that we haven't had a chance to discuss that are new to this team, that were either sophomores or juniors last year, that are up now in varsity. Isaiah Piper is one of the ones you're going to hear a lot of. Last season, Jackson Turner played a lot of center field. Now he's playing shortstop with the graduation of players like Isaiah Henderson. But now with Piper out there in center field and Darian Brown at right and Sturgill on first base, those are the ones you want to get comfortable knowing, because those are the ones that are going to help carry your defense as we go deeper into district play.
Ball number 1 is low to the second baseman, Diego Torres. I spoke with Coach Johnson briefly during pregame, and he said that the tournament games that they played did exactly what he was hoping. He said that they were able to find out the good things about their team, but also some of the things that they needed to work on, and that's exactly what you want from tournament play. You learn what you know how to do, and then learn what you need to practice at and work on in order to be the best team you can be for district. He said that he told his players, right now we're 0-0. Trying to go to 1-0 tonight. They send that one straight back. Torres with the foul into the netting. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stadium lights have come on here at Gopher Park as the sun sets. And ball 3 is issued high and away to Torres. Another full count to happen in these first 2 batter shots. That's going to work Vega's pitch count up if he keeps this up. And that's ball 4. He lost him on that tailing fastball. And the first base runner of the game is the second baseman, Diego Torres. They are still in the top of the first inning right now. Arlington 7, Halton nothing.
They said they don't want to stay out very late. That the wind is going to carry them to an early advantage. They're going to try to get to 10-0,
And be done in 5 innings and go home. That one is going to end up in the street. There was actually a car passing by that it missed by about 10 yards. And the catcher, Giovanni Alvarado, with some pop that just goes the wrong direction.
And it's rolling down the hill, too. Oh, I'm up here. I can't go get it now.
It's like Kate Bush running up that hill. Check down over at first as Sturgill applies a courtesy tag. Still 0-1 at the plate. They'll check on him again, and he got a little closer, but field umpire says he is back. Diego Torres playing second base. Your infielders aren't always known for their speed, but he's taking a pretty decently sized lead off of first base there. That one's going to be high and tight to Alvarado at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
Sometimes you don't want to focus too much on the guy on first base. You want to let your defense do the work for you. Last week we saw
True.
3 double play balls that the Colts were able to turn. So the Volunteers, they have just as good of a defense if they just try and get something in there.
Runner was going, but Alvarado took a cut at it. And he'll have to retreat to first base as the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes on the catcher. I don't know if they were trying to make that a hit and run situation or if Alvarado just saw something that he liked and the signal for steal had been called. Looks like if they do have to throw it down, the shortstop Turner's in better position for those tag opportunities, but we'll see. I'll check on him again, and he is back in time. But you're right, the runner Torres is garnering a lot of attention, probably a bit more than he should be at this moment. 1-2 is low and outside. It's 2-2.
Yeah, sometimes when you pay too much attention to the man on first, if he has any type of speed, you know he's going to run. But with Alvarado's not the type of hitter that is going to try to bunt to move him around. He looks like a guy that wants to get hit for contact.
He's a contact swinger.
So
absolutely.
You want to hit him, make him hit into a ground ball here. And don't worry about the runner at first. If you get him on the double play, you can.
And there is the chance for it. 4, tag. 3, they say no tag at second base. No tag applied at second base. So the runner is safe, and it'll just be a 4-3 putout. And Coach Johnson says that he got his jersey.
He got his jersey. He danced right into it. And the runner knows that he's out. The runner just kept on scurrying. The umpire completely missed the call there.
Coach Johnson is very displeased by that particular call, but the appeal does not last very long. There's 2 away now for Isaac Aguilar. It's not a 4-3 double play. It's just a 4-3 putout. And there's 2 away now for the cleanup hitter and pitcher tonight, Aguilar.
And there's not much you can ask more from Martinez at second base to do there. He went for the tag. The only thing you can do is hold him. But in baseball, you can't. You still have to continue on with the play.
That's going to be a hot shot foul down that third baseline. Only missed it by about a foot. Good swing there by Isaac Aguilar.
That's a little bit frustrating there. If you're the Volunteers, you had a chance to get out of the inning there. As we were talking about that double play, that's what we were asking for when you focus on the man at the plate and not running from first to second.
Yep.
Martinez did everything possible there. He did the right thing. He went for the tag. Apparently, he didn't get the tag, but he went for the tag and then he fired the first.
It was good fundamentals. He didn't over fixate on the runner at second. He went for the surefire out, collected out number 2. Time gets called at the plate here by Aguilar.
Now, if you're Vega on the mound, you just want to go ahead and attack the man in front of you. Don't worry about the runner on second. If he runs, he runs. Can't get anywhere. Can't go home at this point. Just do what you can if I get Aguilar out at the plate.
That's going to be a clean base hit to center field, and they're going to hold the runner at third as Piper gets a pretty solid throw back in from center field. And that'll put runners on the corners on the single to center field by Isaac Aguilar.
That was a good throw by Piper there. He came up ready to throw. And good job there by Sturgill too at first base. He saw that Vega wasn't on the mound as a cutoff. Sturgill went and cut it off to prevent Aguilar from trying to get to second. So that way he kept runners on the corners. Now you have a chance to go back and still get out the inning. But good defense there by the two young players and Piper and Sturgill to make sure nobody came in.
The fundamentals preventing a run, and we'll see if Vega can get out of the jam here with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Runner is going, and he's caught in a rundown. Now you got to monitor home plate, and that's exactly where he's going. The run is going to score as they go in this rundown. Sturgill will apply the tag for out number 3, but Torres will come in to score on the double steal, and the inning is over. We're through 1, and it's the Volunteers 2 and the Gophers 1 as we head to the top of the second here at Gopher Park on the Zap Network, presented by John Wade Roofing. Back after this. John Wade Roofing has been serving the Arlington area since 1982, but the Wade legacy runs much deeper in the city of Arlington. A pioneer family that has had roots going back decades, John Wade and Company saw relatives attend the Cooper Street Arlington High campus and has had members play in Colt athletics for decades, and they're looking forward to serving this community for decades to come. Find out more at johnwaderoofing.com.
Navigating Medicare options isn't easy. Hi, I'm Patsy Arnold, and when the time came to navigate my options, I went to Chapman Cornelius. They helped me find the best plan for my needs, quoted me life insurance options, and guided me in making my decisions every step of the way. They want to do the same for you, so give them a call at 817-265-3346 or visit chapman-cornelius.com.
I don't have the
Welcome back to Gopher Park. The second inning of each game on the Zap Network is presented by Pipe and Peak Plumbing. Next time you have plumbing needs, give them a call and tell them that Zap sent you. Pipe and Peak Plumbing. Second inning sponsors. Volunteers were able to plate 2 after sending 6 men to the plate. And it'll be the 7, 8, 9 spots in the lineup who will be representing the Volunteers next. It'll be the second baseman, Josue Martinez, the catcher, Raul Sanchez, and the first baseman, Zion Sturgill, facing Isaac Aguilar here in the top of the second. First pitch to Martinez is a called ball. That one's in play to short. Fielded cleanly. Hard throw, and it's in time. So Josue, on the second pitch he sees, grounds out to shortstop, Muniz to Peoples. And the catcher, Raul Sanchez, is the next man up. Take a look at ball 1 inside here.
part of everybody's lineup that you want to figure out how to get production out of. 6, 7, 8, 9 for the Volunteers. They we didn't get a chance to see a lot of them during the tournament. Get things going. If you want to get things going, you want to put bats down there. 7, 8, 9 Martinez and Sanchez and Sturchill. Those are the guys you're going to depend on because you want to get the top of the lineup up with the big bats.
1-1 here is high and away to Sanchez. John, you and I both went to UT Arlington. I have a particular affinity for these jerseys as they are giving me a lot of UTA baseball impressions. The blue caps, the orange jerseys, the pinstripes. It's a very clean look.
Clean, very simple. UT Arlington to me, the Maverick is the best horse-looking logo of all the logos out there.
See, my
Very
father-in-law
clean.
is a Denver Broncos fan, so I think I have to give deference to the Broncos right now just to keep him happy. I've kind of turned into his personal bartender. And I know we're not supposed to talk about alcohol on a high school broadcast.
I don't know how to turn this into a conversation.
But it's kind of funny the way that, like, every time I go watch the Broncos with him, I'm not always just watching the game. Swing and a miss from Sanchez. Aguilar collects strikeout number 2. 2 outs in the inning now for the 9-hole hitter, Zion Sturgill.
Quite sad. It's the first game I get a chance to see of the Volunteers since the Irving tournament. And one of the newcomers that I really wanted to see, Thor. Thor is out. He's out injured.
Shabner is down for the count for a little bit here. But as this one goes to short, Muniz to Peoples, and the inning is over. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Gopher defense. I've heard that he should be back in about a week, so we'll schedule you for another game soon, and maybe we'll get to see the mighty Thor wield his hammer of a fastball. For now, we're headed to the bottom of the second, still 2-1 here at Gopher Park. Back after this.
Modern West Windows and Doors is a partner of the Zap Network. They're also partnered with trusted industry leaders like Lowen, Weather Shield, and Simpus to guarantee quality product and installation. Whether you're searching for new concepts for your entryway, living room, dining room, bedroom, or even a workshop, Modern West has the solutions you're looking for. Visit the showroom at 1211 6th Avenue in Fort Worth or visit modernwestwindows.com.
Taqueria Taco Express is the official taqueria of Zach Arnold Productions. With locations in Arlington, Grand Prairie, Waxahachie, and a new location opening in Mansfield, solving your Mexican food craving has never been easier. Visit them on Taco Tuesdays for their special 5 tacos and a large agua fresca for just $10. Find out more by visiting taqueriatacoexpress.com.
To the bottom of the second inning we go. Jod, who have we got due up for the Gophers here in the bottom of the second?
For the bottom of the second innings with the 5, 6, 7 batters, Sal Muniz, Brandon Peoples, Austin Dennis. That's who you'll see this inning for the Gophers. Muniz got a chance to come up to the plate there at the bottom of the first inning, but Aguilar gave himself up in order to get the run in from third. So Muniz gets his actual official first bat here at the bottom of the second inning.
Muniz, Peoples, and Dennis. 5, 6, 7, 6, 7 in the lineup for the Gophers.
You're too old for that there, buddy.
Probably. My nephew says it endlessly.
Shout out to the DJ here at Grand Prairie. He went from La Chona to Missy Elliott.
That would probably be Matt Davidson. One of the many people that I'm going to end up missing when we switch districts. No longer will we be sharing familiarities with the Gophers or the Warriors or the Halton Buffaloes. As ball 1 gets issued here to Muniz, we'll be trading pleasantries with the defending 5A state champion, Alito. We'll be playing Weatherford. and will be playing the Granbury Pirates for the next 2 seasons.
But we still get one more chance at both South Grand Prairie and Wholesome. As I have seen part of the football schedule, I believe those two teams were teams that were
They are going to be
prospectively for the Volunteers.
they are going to be non-district opponents for the Bowie football team as strike one gets issued here. It's a 2-1 count. We'll be playing those games. They start the season at Prosper Rock Hill before coming back home against SGP in Haltom. Over our heads by about 5 or 10 feet. Don't know if you all saw that on the camera. I think the camera picked it up. That's getting you as close to the action as we know how to do, folks. You're welcome.
I'll say this much: that the fence behind me saved the blue car having a dent in it.
That one can't find the zone.
Quote my friend Patrick Starr to the owner of the sedan, "Might need to move your car."
You're talking about being too old for memes. A little too old for SpongeBob.
There's no age limit on SpongeBob. As my 3-year-old daughter, she loves Cheese Man, as we call her.
Cheese Man.
Cheese Man.
That's adorable. I'd rather call him Cheese Man than SpongeBob.
I think she calls him SpongeBob now, but for the longest time there, somebody got her addicted to SpongeBob. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Got her addicted to SpongeBob.
Payoff pitch. Fouled out of play. Into the street as that one goes over the fence.
All hell. It's into the creek.
Yeah, that's going to be quite the adventure for the little kids that are out playing on the berm if they try to sneak out the gate and go get that one.
I wonder what the ball budget here is at Grand Prairie.
That's a really good question, considering how many of them must get lost in that neighborhood behind us. Bucking balls is not cheap. I saw them at Academy a week or two ago. Definitely something you would have to make a line item in the budget for. Oh, too far inside as Muniz is hit by the pitch and will lead off the inning, getting aboard the hard way.
That looked like it hurt.
I felt that one from up here.
You heard the sound of it from up here.
Warmed me up just a little bit.
Sound as it bounced off his shoulder. That looked painful. As he's gonna take a walk down the right field line.
Yeah, you don't have any padding in that part of your arm. So that was all meat and bone.
CC joint.
This is the 6-spot hitter, Brandon Peoples, digging into the batter's box. Peoples will take a look at ball one, low and away.
He looks okay out there at first base. He's getting a really good lead. Sturgill's on the bag. See if we get a throw over here from Vega.
Runner goes. Pump, throw, tag. What am I going to say? No, not in time. It's a stolen base for Saul Muniz.
That's a good throw from Sanchez on the quick hop. He got up. It was straight over to Jackson at shortstop, but Jackson came up high when he tried to swipe down at Muniz. He didn't come down low. It just the way the throw was, it was just off by that much. A little bit lower of a throw, or Jackson's down on the bag waiting for the throw. He gets the runner.
That one's too low, and now Peoples finds himself one ball away from occupying that now vacant first base. Right down the pipe. Although those aren't presented by Pipe and Peak, they probably could be. Right down the pipe for a 3-1 count now to the first baseman, Peoples. They're going to check and throw over to second base.
It was very accurate throw to second base. They hit the runner right in the side of the hip, but Jackson cut it off. It would look like doing a football pass there. It's very, very accurate there by Vega.
The 3-1 is fouled off, and Vega has worked the count back full after starting 3-0 here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Tying run in scoring position here in the bottom of the second for the Gophers. Payoff pitch. He's going to get fouled off, and Peoples will keep the at bat alive.
Fouled off the umpire's face mask, and he had to take a few steps back. Got lucky that he had the face mask. It didn't go inside. It looked like it hurt him though. It shook him up a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like Ameeves coming out to check on him.
Bounced off the forehead part of the face mask, but it might have got a little bit higher than that. Maybe got him a little slightly on top of the head.
You can't take any chances with this game, especially being that close to the action where the initial contact is made. Even with the protective gear that you wear, there's still the risk of concussion. You got to take no chances with those types of things. Peoples with a quality at bat here. Started with a 3-0 count. Vega was able to work it back full. That last foul ball continues the full count. And he'll step off of the bag. Looks like maybe time was called at the plate. I was watching the pitcher, wasn't really watching what the batter was doing. Come set again. Another payoff pitch. Swung on and swung through. Peoples is retired.
First strikeout of the night for Vega, and a good spot there too. You don't want to lose the batter and have 2 runners on with no outs. You get the strikeout there, and then you have the runner on second. You got bottom of the lineup there. Most teams don't have a very consistent bottom of the lineup, so maybe you have a better chance to get out this inning unscathed. The only run you've given up was just that double still.
Left fielder, 7-spot hitter Austin Dennis coming up to the plate. And time will get called by Dennis before the first pitch is even issued. 1 on and 1 out. Muñiz taking a shortstop's length off of second base. Swing and a miss by Dennis for strike 1.
That's a good pitch there by Vega.
It was.
A lot of these guys you've noticed in the last few weeks, one thing we've talked about, especially with Cameron on some of those games last week for the tournaments, a lot of players the first pitch swinging, so you get a good pitch by them, throws them off. They're looking for something to hit on the first pitch. So it's a good job there by Vega to get in the swing and get a 0-1 count.
Vega feigns in the direction of second base, but doesn't commit.
Big pet peeve of mine is first pitch swinging.
Especially when it's your first at bat. You got to get a feel for what the pitcher is dealing and what his range of motion is. As this one is also swung on and missed by Dennis. It's 0-2.
Now what you've done, if you're Dennis, you come up there, you've swung on the first 2 pitches. You're out of your own out of sorts because you didn't know what to expect from Vega. You went up swinging at what you thought was a good pitch, and Vega can come back with some type of breaking ball outside. He can afford the ball if he needs it.
That's exactly what he did. He tried to go outside to see if Dennis would offer at it. He does not. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes.
Surprised to see Vega come back here with some inside heat.
Inside or high. That's what I'm thinking. Runner goes. It's high. And so is the throw. It's a little bit late. And they're going to say he came off of the bag. Field umpire is saying out.
You know, there's an expression they use in football. They call it a makeup call. Sometimes things are gifted as makeup calls. Maybe not intentionally, but the way that fate works are makeup calls around the way. If that's the baseball gods' way of a makeup call for the double play ball in the first inning.
So he looked safe and then was called out. The umpire swung his leg around a little bit as if maybe he got caught on the leg. Now there's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the bases are clear. Vega tries to go inside here to Dennis.
Now, if you're Vega here, full count on that 2-2, you should have went straight at him there. You have to go at him here because you don't want to get another base runner up to extend the inning.
Payoff pitch. And he does indeed give him that free pass.
Dennis he wasn't going to chase those insides. The last two
No.
pitches were inside.
No, he
You
wasn't.
should have went straight at him. Outside, he wasn't comfortable with what you started the bat with. So if you would have came back to those in the last few pitches, you could have gotten them there.
That'll take us to Amir Sanchez. Walk, the second free pass issued by Vega with just one strikeout.
And he's trying to paint the corners here. He's just not catching.
He's got to attack the zone a little bit more.
This situation with 2 outs, just pitch the contact, make him swing at it. You saw how Dennis was swinging. Maybe you can get that here as you get a strike there.
Yep.
Something to get these guys to swing and get out of the inning.
Yep. Sanchez goes for the contact. Can't get it. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Too far outside. And looks like he lost his balance on that one. He kind of stumbled when he came forward off of his throwing rotation. I mean, he's kind of a skinny fellow out there. It's very possible. Runner goes, and not even a chance at the throw. That was a really well-timed stolen attempt. Waited until he was set, but before he had thrown, all Vega could do was throw home, and Sanchez without an attempt. That's a clean steal for Austin Dennis. Two with 2 outs. Swung on and missed, and the stolen base is negated. Vega gets out of the jam a couple of times over and preserves the lead as we head to the 3rd inning here on the Zap Network. It's 2-1 Volunteers. This is high school baseball presented by John Wade Roofing. We'll be right back.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
Field Ops North Texas is the trusted name in athletic field marketing for schools, teams, leagues, and tournaments. They even do commercial landscaping. The better question is, what can't they do? With fast turnaround times and proven expertise, they make sure your grounds look unbeatable every time. Call 817-908-2194 to find out more.
We're back to Grand Prairie High School here. In the city of Grand Prairie, we're going to tell you about our 3rd inning sponsors. They are Field Ops. They do more than just field markings. They do commercial landscaping. Find out all John Kling can do by calling 817-908-2194. Field Ops, our 3rd inning sponsors for all things Zach Honor Productions here. For Zach Honor Production Baseballs, we've got the Volunteers with a 2-1 lead over the Gophers. As the opening game of district has been exciting, at least on this game, at this ballpark, across town. The Colts have an 8-0 lead. I guess technically not across town because they're playing in Halton.
Across the Metroplex.
Across the Metroplex, next to my house, somewhere over there. The 8-0 lead for the Colts. Early, as they're taking on the Halton Buffaloes, that game moved from Arlington High because of the rain last night. The field was too wet, so that means both Arlington schools on Friday will have home openers. Bowie at home versus Grand Prairie, and the Colts at home versus the Buffaloes. Turner is going to lead off the inning here at the top of the 3rd for the Volunteers. First thing he does is swing. That ball's gonna be grounded to the first baseman. Out number 1. First pitch for an out.
That's something you were talking about in the last half inning, that the Gophers were swinging at the first pitch. Turner does just 3 consecutive strikeouts, all of them on 3 pitches, so it's a 9-pitch inning. But there is no term in baseball for getting 3 outs in 3 pitches. I've looked for it.
It's called being benched.
And Uribe takes a look at strike 1 here. Being told to take the whole way.
Major leagues, it should be called just a demotion. 0-1 count to Uribe. Aguilar, 3 pitches. That's in. Pitch number 4. An 0-2 count to Christian Uribe. 2 outs here at the top of the 3rd inning. Aguilar is dealing for the Gophers. Still 2-1. The one run for Grand Prairie was on a double steal. The wind is picking up, going left to right in my face. As the 0-2 grounded foul back behind home plate. Deep home plate here, deep backstop. A lot deeper than some of the other places we've seen, especially a lot deeper than what you see at Arlington.
Oh yeah, Arlington has to be one of the shortest in the entire Metroplex. Probably only about 8 to 10 feet behind that home plate before it bounces off of the brick walls there. Where's the stone?
Stonewall. I was trying to stonewall the Volunteers here. Top of the third inning. 0-2 count, 2 away. The 0-2, that ball is hit into the streak. Ball held out over the fence.
Just straight into the creek. That didn't even hit the street. That went across the street into that gully.
If you want to raise a good baseball player in this neighborhood, just grow up right next to the high party. A lot of balls out there you can go fishing for. 0-2 count to your. And the 0-2 outside, 1-2.
I know the count isn't in his favor, but this is still a quality at bat from Uribe. He's had one foul ball that was early, one foul ball that was late. He's just continuing to take hacks at the things that he thinks that are worth swinging at and laying off of stuff that he needs to lay off of, like you saw there.
Aguilar delivers the 1-2. Ball is hit. It is going to be out into the night sky. The first baseman Peoples is under it, and he's going to catch it in foul territory for out number 3. The Volunteers go down 1-2-3 in the top of the third. They bring the defense back out there for the bottom of the third, and we'll be right back after this for the second half of the third inning.
Are you a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage? Or perhaps you're navigating the complexities of Medicare? Look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent insurance agency with over 50 years of experience with tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need home and auto, business insurance, or individual or group medical, Chapman Cornelius has knowledgeable agents who will help you select just what you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott at 817-265-3346.
Looking for a plumber you can rely on? Pipe and Peak handles all your residential plumbing needs. From tunneling and slab leaks to camera inspection and sewer repair, and even cast iron replacement. They offer competitive pricing and now offer financing to make repairs easier to manage. Family owned and trusted for over 16 years, they treat every home like their own. Call 817-807-7069 to get your free quote and get your plumbing handled right.
As the song Whip It is playing on the radio, the wind is being whipped from left to right here at
Wind
Grand
is
Prairie High School.
definitely whipping tonight here at Gopher Park.
And the sun has gone down, and the Gophers are coming up to bat in the bottom of the third inning, trailing 2-1 with that one run being that double steal just at the end of the first inning. But now the Gophers are going to bring back the top of their lineup here. It's going to be the 9-1-2s. Jalen Garcia for his first plate appearance on the night. Behind him, Rodrigo Martinez and Diego Torres, who got on base with the walk in the first inning. Ended up scoring the run on that double steal attempt. That was going to be the 9-1-2 here at the bottom of the third as the first pitch. It's going to be a called strike to Jalen Garcia, the center fielder for the Grand Prairie Gophers, who came in with a winning record. One of 2 teams in District 8 6A with the winning record, as this will be our second to last time seeing the Gophers at Grand Prairie Park. This turnaround here
For the next couple of years, yeah. Unless we participate in some tournament or have a playoff game here.
or a rain delay, as we always rainy game, as we always end up getting once a year. 1-1. Inside 2-1. It looked like almost grazed them a little bit there.
Yeah, I would like to see us maintain a good relationship with Grand Prairie ISD. They've always been terrific hosts for baseball and football. We're wishing them all the best in their new district.
As the 2-1's going to be outside. Good job by Sanchez. They're trying to get the frame, but doesn't get the call. 3-1. Vega with the 3-1 count to Jalen Garcia. Behind him, Rodrigo Martinez, the number 1 batter in the lineup for the Gophers, is in the on-deck circle. As the 3-1 is hit foul out into the street, over the fence and into the creek.
Should keep a creek tally. It's at least 3 that have just gone straight to the creek without even hitting the street.
Shout out to Tim Costello there. You know, he also had the idea of bringing back foul balls to give you a piece of Hubba Bubba gum. As the 3-2 was fouled into the net. Maybe it was Big League Chew, that's what it was. You need a big bite of Big League Chew for each foul ball you bring back.
Sure.
Let's encourage kids to be helpful and get cavities.
Hey, we're doing a good job if you're trying to promote a dentist. The 3-2. Swung on and missed. That's going to be strike number 3. Third strikeout of the night for Andrew Vega. So bring the top of the lineup. Rodrigo Martinez, the third baseman for the Gophers. It's 0 for 1. He flew out to center field to start the game.
Yeah, you've mentioned Tim Costello a couple of times this evening. Former minor league baseball broadcaster for the Texas Air Hogs back in the day, and then joined us for a couple of seasons for football and baseball.
As that ball's going to be fielded by Uribe. Good throw. And it's third chill with the long arm. Reaches, keep his foot on the bag for out number 2. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there.
No.
Sure.
No. We got to tell the folks about what's going on. We've appreciated all of Tim's contributions, and he's prioritizing his family right now, as he should, but he said that the door's always open for a possible return, so who knows? Maybe we'll see him for football season.
They said that ball went foul. So it's a 0-1. Doing it again. All the commotion there is the 0-1 is fouled into the net. Strike 2. I guess they didn't give that a 5-3 ground ball.
Oh, they're saying it's a foul?
Saying it was foul.
So there's still just one out.
I believe so. I believe so.
That was a very tough play then, if that was just strike 2.
Must have hit off. It had to hit off the chalk line out there. It's not chalk line. It's painted. The 0-2. That ball's gonna be hit.
That was fair.
Jackson fires up the Sturgill, and that's for sure out number 2. So instead of a 6-3 ground ball, it's a 5-3 ground ball. It is a 6-3 ground ball.
Out number 2 is all that matters for me.
Diego Torres technically officially doesn't have an at-bat in the scorebook as he's 0 for 0. He walked his first plate appearance and ended up scoring on a run for something that should have been a double play. As the first pitch to Torres is a called strike. Strike 1. Vega's dealing here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. But the wind is dealing. It's pretty chilly out here. The 0-1. And good pitch there, getting the outside corner. Quick 0-2 count to Diego Torres, the second baseman for the Grand Prairie Gophers. No balls, 2 strikes, and we got time called. Some of the Grand Prairie faithful didn't like that 0-1 pitch called as a strike. It was a good pitch. The 0-2. And he doesn't get the call there.
He thought about swinging at it, though.
Torres felt a little jumpy at the plate, but instead it's a 1-2 count, 2 away, bottom of the 3rd inning with the Gophers trailing 2-1. 1-2. Good job by Sanchez, not letting the ball get away from him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. I don't know why Cameron Wilcox loves that saying. He loves the deuces wild saying.
The deuce is wild.
2-2. And that is strike 3. That's how the inning's going to end. 2 strikeouts in the bottom of the 3rd. Going to the top of the 4th. The Volunteers lead 2-1. Be right back on the other side of this commercial break. Bringing you Bowie baseball.
Modern West Windows and Doors invites you to see the difference. Whether you need sliding doors, bay windows, or just need a more modern look, Modern West has options to fit both your style and budget. Stop by the showroom at 1211 6th Avenue in Fort Worth to see for yourself, or call 682-255-6094 for more information.
Hey, this is John Wade Jr., Colt Football 97, class of 98. And the next time you have a roofing issue, be sure and call Arlington's favorite roofer, John Wade Roofing. Look us up on the internet at johnwaderoofing.com.
And we're back here at Grand Prairie High School. Top of the 4th inning. And the top of the 4th inning brings you our 4th inning sponsors. Trinity Logistics Services. Yes, they can make your dreams come true like Daryl Hall and John Oates. Don't let hauling be a hassle. Trinity has the dumpsters that fit any size project. And they drop off and pick up that so you can focus on cleaning up your house for a win or cleaning up the business as well. Call Chet Soto at 817-693-1302 for more info. They can make your dreams come true. Trinity Logistics Services. I don't know if they're a big fan of Hall & Oates, but they're a big fan of Zach Arnold Productions. As we bring you the top of the fourth inning, the Volunteers still cling to that 2-1 lead. Those 2 runs they scored in the top of the first. One of the guys that brought one of those runs to you was Ian Fiorentino, the DH. He is coming to bat here in the top of the fourth inning. The 4-5-6. Fiorentino, Piper, and Micah Couch. Fiorentino's going to step into the batter's box versus Aguilar. Aguilar has settled down after a rough first inning. He's had back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings for the Grand Prairie Gophers. And the first pitch, it's going to be called strike on the inside of the plate. Strike one.
I'm not sure I agree with that, but
Saxophone decides to go off. Give me the alert.
well, it's a Amber Alert apparently.
That is not good. As the 0-1's going to be fouled back into the net. Also strike two.
One of the unfortunate parts of the city of Arlington's history is that they were the reason why the Amber Alert was even founded. Glad that it was, but the circumstances that precluded it were tragic.
0-2 from Aguilar. That ball's going to be hit. And that is going to be past the second baseman for a base hit. So Fiorentino is going to have a 2 for 2 day so far for the Volunteers. As he's going to get on base for the second time, and he's halfway to the cycle.
Yeah, Peoples was going towards the first base bag, which is what you're supposed to do when you're the first baseman. But Torres was not able to catch up to that dribbling grounder, and it goes into shallow right field for a single.
Speedy center fielder Isaiah Piper is going to come up to the bat as he's going to drop down a bunt. That's going to be bunted foul. That ball ran inside, hit the bad part of the back. Piper just couldn't pull the bat back in time.
Valiant effort, though. I like the call. Just couldn't square it up enough for it to go fair at that third base line.
Piper, one of the newcomers on this team this season for the Volunteers, has a lot of speed, and he does a good job of rounding the bases once he gets onto the base pass. As Fiorentino gets a good lead, that ball's going to be hit high. I thought it was coming to us. Nope, it's going to go high enough
We're
as
pretty
is.
high up already.
Can't judge where the ball is coming. As Piper's going to be out number one in the bottom of the top of the fourth inning. At the couch. 1-1. Struck out in the first, back in the first inning to end the first inning. Still up for a second plate appearance and see if we can get something in play versus Aguilar. As Fiorentino got caught sleeping there, but he got back just in time.
Oh yeah, he was motioning more towards second, and then had to like reposition so that he could dive back underneath the tag of Peoples. That was a lot closer than it should have been.
After the massive scare out there at first base, first pitch, Couch is going to drop that a bunt. It's going to be bunted over the catcher's head for a strike one, a foul ball.
Alvarado with a good chase, but just couldn't quite catch up to it there, and it's 0-1.
Looks like a little small ball action. Coach Johnson and Coach Crowder swung on the base path to try to get the speed from Fiorentino over in the scoring position.
Well, and you know, with these windy conditions, sometimes small ball is all that you're able to do because your big bats aren't able to do very much with the wind pushing and whipping the way it is.
Let it whip. Good. As the 0-1 drops down another bunt for Couch. Fiorentino's going to be caught stealing from first to second. And he's out by a mile, a country mile.
That was supposed to be a hit and run, and there was no hit.
Piper, Couch pulled the bunt back and just left Fiorentino high and dry out there down the base path. So instead of a runner on first and one away, it's an 0-2 count with two away. And Couch is swinging for his life. He's going to hit that ball foul. He's had two straight 1, 2, 3 innings for Aguilar after having the rough first inning. Trying to get out of this and make it a 1 through 3 inning again, 3 up, 3 down. The 0-2 Aguilar. And doesn't get the call there. Alvarado tries to frame it in a good spot, but it's too high and away. 1-2 to couch. 2 outs. Coach Johnson trying to get another runner on the base path. You want somebody out there. You want to get somebody in with a 2-1 lead.
Call strike 3.
1-2 is going to be called strike on the inside part of the plate.
Wow.
That's how the inning's going to end. Going to the bottom of the fourth.
Fourth inning stretch time.
More Hall of Notes for you to get up and start dancing now. It's the fourth inning stretch. And our fourth inning stretch sponsors are Modern West Windows and Doors. They invite you to see the difference new windows can make on your home. Visit Modern West Windows to learn more about sponsoring the Zaps fourth inning stretch. Step aside and be right back after this.
When your high school field needs to look game ready, trust John Kling and the pros at Field Ops North Texas. This veteran-owned team delivers fast turnaround and long-lasting field striping for football, soccer, lacrosse, and more, using professional-grade paint and equipment. Field Ops proudly serves schools and communities across North Texas, helping student-athletes compete on fields that look as good as they play. Get a free quote today by visiting gofieldops.com/north-texas.
Navigating Medicare options isn't easy. Hi, I'm Patsy Arnold, and when the time came to navigate my options, I went to Chapman Cornelius. They helped me find the best plan for my needs, quoted me life insurance options, and guided me in making my decisions every step of the way. They want to do the same for you, so give them a call at 817-265-3346 or visit chapman-cornelius.com.
Back to Grand Prairie High School, where the Gophers trail 2-1 to the Volunteers. And after that strikeout from Micah Couch, that's something that Hall & Oates can't go for. That was an inside pitch on the inside part of the plate, but the umpire called strike 3. And it's been more of a pitcher's duel here since the first inning for both teams. We've seen Vega have 5 strikeouts, while Aguilar has 3 strikeouts of Volunteers. Grand Prairie Gophers are going to bring up the bats here at the bottom of the fourth inning to try to get some type of run production. Alvarado, Aguilar, and Muniz, guys that you want to see if you're Grand Prairie, up to bat here, the bottom of the fourth inning. It's the first pitch to Alvarado is going to be called strike down the middle of the plate.
Just so that my scorebook is correct, Jot, who is the 5th strikeout victim? I have Torres, Peoples, Sanchez, and Garcia.
As that ball's going to be hit by Jackson Turner out to the left field. And that's going to be a leadoff single for Alvarado. Maybe it is 4 strikeouts. I'm sorry. Torres, Peoples, Sanchez, and Garcia. 4 strikeouts for Vega.
I wasn't trying to directly correct you on air. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything because I've been doing some production stuff, keeping up with what's going on with the Arlington Colts as they just plated run number 9. So they are 1 run away from a potential run rule against the Buffaloes. 9-0 in the 4th over there.
Well, they have a blowout over there. We have a close affair here.
We do
as
indeed.
Aguilar, the pitcher, is going to come up to bat for his second plate appearance. He is 1 for 1 with a single, so he's trying to help his own cause. Alvarado's on first. Pitcher matchup. 4 strikeouts for Vega, 3 for Aguilar. As that ball's going to be hitting the center field. It's going to bounce in front of Piper, and Aguilar is going to get on for his second single of the game. So way to make things easier for you if you can get up there and get a base hit. Try to get your team the lead.
I mean, the tying runs in scoring position and the lead run is aboard.
As Muniz is going to come up to bat for his second plate appearance, he took a shot to his left shoulder earlier in the second inning on a hit by pitch, so he's looking for a little revenge. Vega needs to settle down on the mound. He has 2 runners on, but the Volunteers are still in good spot. They can get a double play ball here if possible. As Vega's going to turn back, fires up second. Alvarado's back in time safely. DJ here has been playing good music so far. I've heard Hall & Oates twice. Big Hall & Oates fan. Those that didn't know, they're all. 2 on, no outs. Muniz going to drop down a bunt. It's going to be a called ball. Good job by Sanchez. They're ready to pop up and throw back to second. Alvarado.
I think he was motioning to third. I think he was going to try to catch the runners if they were trying to advance regardless of contact or not.
Alvarado, the catcher, on second. The pitcher, Aguilar, on first. 1-0 count to Muniz. Drops down a bunt again. This ball's gonna be over the plate of the bat.
Over the head, too.
Muniz already took a shot to the shoulder back in the second inning. Now he has a 2-0 count versus Andrew Vega. Vega needs to settle down and just worry about trying to get the out. As third time's the charm, that ball is going to be hit foul. So strike one.
He's got a couple more chances. I would say at least one more chance.
One more chance here, possibly for Saul Muniz, trying to get on base, trying to move the runner from second to third. Small ball action here for the Gophers here at the bottom of the fourth inning. A lot of blankets here in Grand Prairie High School too.
Yeah, a lot more people came better prepared than we did, unfortunately.
Up in the crow's nest, as that ball's gonna be hit, and it's gonna be caught by Vega. That is gonna be a double play.
What a play!
Good job by Vega. Keep your eye on the ball. You get the catch as the bunt comes back to the pitcher. And then Alvarado is too far from second to third. He might as well just keep on walking to the dugout.
Up in the air, great athleticism and great awareness as you see the instant replay on Zap. Some great defense to force 2 outs there.
1-6 double play. Now go from 2 on to 2 away. Peebles is going to come up to bat for his second plate appearance. He struck out. He was the first strikeout casualty of the night for Vega. Aguilar, the pitcher, still sitting at first base. Surprised no pinch runner here. Most teams you see have a pinch runner for the pitcher.
Pitcher and catcher usually get that help. Smaller rosters, sometimes they just play for themselves.
As Peebles swings and misses on a big cut.
Peebles was caught swinging his last time around. One of the 4 strikeout victims we talked about at the top of the inning.
Sturgill holding the bag at first. Aguilar's got a little lead out there. 0-1 count to Peebles. And Vega gets the call on the outside part of the plate. Strike 2. Gopher fans aren't happy with some of these pitches on the outside part of the plate. But if you're a Volunteers fan, you're loving what you're seeing from Vega. 2 on, 2 out, and an 0-2 count. Aguilar with the good lead at first. The 0-2. Foul into the net in front of us. At least it's not over the net. Can't afford ducking anymore up here.
No, and some of my equipment that's out here tonight is not insured. I need to talk to Trinity Logistics, not Trinity, Chapman Cornelius.
They cover camera equipment for you too.
Yeah, I'll call Trinity to throw all my stuff in a dumpster if it gets broken by a baseball.
Logistics Services are fourth inning sponsors.
That's why I was saying it. They're on my mind right now.
Oh my, will be a nice strikeout, and we're not going to get it there as it's going to be outside. 1-2. People not chasing. Don't want to be caught chasing out there on the 0-2. Aguilar still at first. The 0-2, the 1-2, and he got him. What a call. That's the 5th strikeout.
There it is.
You want to know who to call? You call that umpire. He is going to give you anything, benefit of the doubt. And that's going to send us to the top of the 5th inning with the 5th official strikeout for Andrew Vega, and the Volunteers lead 2-1. Be right back after this.
Modern West Windows and Doors is a partner of the Zap Network. They're also partnered with trusted industry leaders like Lowen, Weather Shield, and Simpas to guarantee quality product and installation. Whether you're searching for new concepts for your entryway, living room, dining room, bedroom, or even a workshop, Modern West has the solutions you're looking for. Visit the showroom at 1211 6th Avenue in Fort Worth or visit modernwestwindows.com. Whenever a plumbing problem hits your home, experience matters. Pipe & Peak is a family-owned residential plumbing company with 16 years of experience that you can trust. They handle everything from yard leaks and slab leaks to tunnel work, and they're specialists in replacing old cast iron pipe. No job is too big or too small, and their pricing stays competitive. If you're seeing signs of aging pipes, now's the time to act. Send an email to Caleb Renfro to see how Pipe & Peak can help your home.
To the 5th inning we go. A lot of offense across the Metroplex with Arlington leading Haltom by a score of 9-0. a lot tighter game here at Gopher Park, 2-1, with all of the scoring having taken place in the first inning, and since then, it's been all defense. Bowie plated 2 in the top of the first, gave up 1 in the bottom of the first, and then it's been all goose eggs on this chilly and breezy night for baseball. Alongside Jot Holly, I'm Zach Arnold with Chaz Melton running the production stuff on the side, making sure the camera is functional for you all. Glad to be with you on this Wednesday evening. The return match at the home of the Volunteers is this Friday, and I'll be on the call for that one with my pops, Doug. Jot, you're going to get Arlington versus Holton from Colt Field over on Friday.
Place I know very well. Spent 4 years there, walking by Colt Field, seeing it every day, seeing balls hit out of Colt Field. I think Skylar Ewing hit a home run out of there a few times, if I remember correctly. That's the voice of the Volunteers, Yachty Pagan, is in the stadium, being the messenger boy here for Zach, bringing him a new jacket. He's getting chilly up here.
It is. It's breezy. I usually say cloudy and then talk about chance of meatballs, but I don't have one for windy conditions.
Martinez is the batter for the Volunteers. It's the 7-8-9. Martinez, Sanchez, and Sturgill. Martinez already has a favorable count, 2-0. Count 2 balls, no strikes. Aguilar's had back 3 straight, 3 up, 3 down innings. This is a good inning so far for Martinez because he's not first pitch swinging. As he looks at a good pitch outside, doesn't chase after, he gets the call at 3-0. So 3-0 count for Jose Martinez, the second baseman. Grounded out to a 6-3 ground out back in the second inning. As he's gonna, oh, it looked like he was gonna get a free pass, but umpire said not today. So 3-1.
Did his best to Kemba Mutombo.
No. 3-1 to Martinez. That ball's gonna be hit. It is going to be direction of the right fielder, who's gonna look it into his glove for out number 1. That's unfortunate there for Martinez. He thought he had a free pass. Now he's taking a walk back to the dugout. It's gonna go as an F9 for those keeping track at home. For those keeping track at home, the Colts have a big lead over the Buffaloes, and that game is getting close to being possibly a run rule there. Last check, 9-0.
The 10th run has crossed.
As that ball's going to cross into foul territory. As Sanchez comes up for his second plate appearance, hits it foul. Looks like they're going to be going home early there at Haltom High School if the score holds at the end of 5 innings.
Jot, I am not going to do the announcer's jinx, but do you know the old phrase, history repeats itself?
As that ball is getting hit back onto the street, yes, I do.
There is a very strong chance of history repeating itself in Halton.
0-2 count for Sanchez. I'll figure out what history he's talking about here shortly. Don't want to say anything. You don't want to be that guy that puts it into
I
the
don't
air.
want to.
The wind's been carrying everything out of the park tonight, the other direction. Don't put anything into the air. 0-2 count. On the way here in the top of the 5th. As Sanchez strikes out there on 4 pitches. And he is going to take a seat back to the Volunteer dugout. Out number 2. Strikeout number 4 for Aguilar. Sanchez responsible for 2 of them. Micah Couch responsible for the other 2. So 2 batters have been struck out twice by Aguilar. Sergio, he has not been struck out. He is 0 for 1 though. He grounded out 6-3 back in the second. And he's going to get a free pass. That hits him straight in the chest. He looks unfazed, just jogging to first.
He's like, yeah, whatever, man. I'll take first base.
Sturgill's going to get the free pass. Jackson Turner leading the number 1 batter in the top of the lineup. He's going to come back for his 3rd plate appearance. We're in the top of the 5th. 3 plate appearances for Jackson already.
Number 5.
He's 0 for 1. He got a walk back in the first. He ended up coming around to score. And he grounded out on the 3 unassisted. First pitch swinging there in the top of the 3rd inning. Probably had a nice talking to in the dugout. Doesn't first pitch swing there. but he gets called for strike one. Sturgill on first. Turner at the plate. 0-1 count. 2 away. And Sturgill's going to take off. Jackson swings, but not going to matter. Sturgill's going to get in as Alvarado's going to have to eat it. That pitch came really far inside, but Jackson just chased after it. 0-2. I don't know if that was just a protection swing because he felt like he was gonna get hit, or he saw the runner going, so he just knew out of intuition to swing. But he had a chance to have a 1-1 count. Now it's a 0-2 count with the runner on second and 2 away. The 0-2, that ball's hit. Past diving Peoples at first base. Sturgill's running third. Sturgill steps on the back. He's going. The throw into home, and he is going to be safe. Jackson, he is going to get into second with a 2-out double, RBI double for the Volunteers to extend the lead 3-1.
Let's see if we got enough of the clip in time. That was a clean base hit. Run scores. Jackson makes it over to second base, and there's an insurance run that Bowie desperately needed as it moves to 3-1 now.
And Andrew Vega, the pitcher, has a chance to try to get Jackson in to extend his lead and help his own cause, as that first pitch is going to be hit out to the hill over here, Big Greens Hill, behind first base. 0-1 count to Vega. That's the first run we've seen come across since the first inning. As time is called. Standing at second. Aguilar's getting a call from Alvarado. And the 0-1 called outside. And the umpire, he's loving getting the calls on the outside part of the plate. 0-2 count to Vega. Top of the fifth run. One run has already scored, and there's a chance to get another runner in with Jackson already in scoring position at second base. 0-2. And swung on, missed, strike three. And with the official throw out at first, that's how the inning's going to end. But the Volunteers get an insurance run there, adding the score to 3-1, going to the bottom of the fifth. We're going to step aside to bring you to the bottom of the fifth right after this.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
Taquería Taco Express es la taquería oficial de Zach Arnold Productions. Con un amplio y auténtico menú, satisface tus antojos o prepara tu próximo evento con nosotros. Visítanos todos los martes para disfrutar de Taco Tuesday con 5 tacos y un agua fresca por solo $10. Para encontrar sucursales cercanas o hacer pedidos en línea, visita taqueriatacoexpress.com.
Take it back. To the bottom of the fifth we go, and it's the bottom of the Gopher lineup. Austin Dennis, Amir Sanchez, and Jalen Garcia. 7, 8, 9 in the Grand Prairie lineup. Getting ready to face Andrew Vega. We'll see Roman Ortega take the mound for the Volunteers in 2 days' time. As a new pitcher takes the mound, actually. So Micah Couch is coming in as the new pitcher. That is a pitching change presented by Pipe and Peak. What's it say there, Jot?
Pipe and Peak Plumbing. They've been serving the Arlington area for over a decade, so make sure you rearrange yourself a free quote. Call 817-807-7069. Pipe and Peak Plumbing. Okay, when a new pitcher comes down the pipe, you know who to call. As we get a new pitcher on the mound, Micah Cash is going to move out of left field.
So who's in left field now? Is
We're
that
going to have Piper move from center to the left. I believe Jackson's going straight back to center. And Vega's going to take his comfortable spot back there at shortstop.
I wish I had your eyes.
I'm just going off of intuition. I saw this move there at Irving in a similar situation when Vega had pitched, and they brought Couch in. That means that Vega's day is officially done. He is going to end up with 5 strikeouts of Grand Prairie Gophers. He surrendered 3 hits, hit a batter, walked another 2 batters, so he has 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, and he gave up 1 run. But the way he gave up the 1 run was weird. It was a double steal that they just sacrificed the runner between second and first to get the runner from third in. But that ended the first inning. That's the only run that the Gophers have got across home plate tonight.
Dennis digging into the batter's box. And the first pitch to him is a chopper to the new shortstop. Vega turns, fires, and gets the runner at first for the 6-3.
It was close too. The umpire had to figure out if he wanted to make the call or not.
To the bottom of the 5th inning they go on the other game on the Zap Network. And the Colts are at an 11-0 advantage. These final 3 outs would represent the run rule.
Zach, I have a question for you.
I might have an answer.
Possible answer. The run that Vega gave up in the first inning was off the walk, correct?
Correct.
But the runner first and second gave himself up in the rundown to get the runner from third. Does that count as an earned run or is it unearned run?
Depends on how many outs there were when the batter runner who walked made it aboard.
Batter who made it aboard, there was 1 out.
So if there was 1 out when he was aboard, I believe that would count as an earned run.
Would we count the earned run to the umpire who missed the call on the double play?
Very possibly. I want to say that's an earned run, but also because the run came across when there were 2 outs, I think it could also be an unearned. My knowledge of earned versus unearned is not what it should be, unfortunately. But I think part of it has to do with when the runner first came aboard, and the other part of it has to do with how many outs there were when the play transpired. Because if you're able to strike out the player at the plate or get the out recorded before he comes home, then technically he didn't earn the run. That's one for somebody who has more knowledge, skill set above my pay grade. As a called strike 3 is issued here, Micah Couch collects his first K, and that is the right fielder Sanchez, who has struck out swinging and struck out looking.
I guess Sanchez earned himself a seat. Talking about all the earned runs, he earned himself a seat there with his second strikeout. That's another strikeout casualty. Garcia is up to bat here, the bottom of the 5th inning with 2 outs.
0-1 here to Jalen Garcia. Chopper, second, playable. And it's a very cleanly played inning for the Volunteers as we get ready to head to the 6th inning. That insurance run looking bigger and bigger as Bowie holding on to a 3-1 lead going into these later innings. We'll be right back with more high school baseball on Zap, presented by John Wade Roofing after this.
Field Ops North Texas is the trusted name in athletic field marketing for schools, teams, leagues, and tournaments. They even do commercial landscaping. The better question is, what can't they do? With fast turnaround times and proven expertise, they make sure your grounds look unbeatable every time. Call 817-908-2194 to find out more. Looking for a plumber you can rely on? Pipe and Peak handles all your residential plumbing needs. From tunneling and slab leaks to camera inspection and sewer repair, and even cast iron replacement. They offer competitive pricing and now offer financing to make repairs easier to manage. Family owned and trusted for over 16 years, they treat every home like their own. Call 817-807-7069 to get your free quote and get your plumbing handled right.
It is official. Over on the Zap Network, history has repeated itself in Haltom City. Danny Bustamante has collected a second perfect game in his school's history and in his career. The junior collected one in this exact same ballpark 1 year ago, almost to the day. And Bustamante goes and throws 5 perfect innings as Arlington run rules Haltom 11-0 to start district play. Jot, I don't think I have ever been more jealous of my father than I am right now. What are the freaking odds that not only would he be on the call for the first perfect game that Danny Bustamante threw a year ago, but I just happened to assign him to this ball game. They switched venues because of the rain. They were supposed to play there on Friday, and instead he goes up and calls his second perfect game. I've been doing this for 6, 7, 8 years and never had a perfect game. He gets 2 in 2 years.
It's called lucky, I guess.
It's ridiculous. It is unreal. The Grayson College commit probably going to end up with some D2, D1 offers if he keeps this up. Absolutely unreal. Anyways, ball 1 here to the top of the 6th inning for the Bowie Volunteers as Uribe sends that one into right field for a leadoff base hit. A good evening for Uribe with that triple to right field that scored the first run of the game. And has a single here. It's a 2-for-3 evening for the third baseman.
Coming up to bat.
I've seen Christian Uribe now 3 games for the Volunteers. He is 8 for 9 batting in the 3 games I've seen.
In the 3 games that you've been here for.
Yep.
Crazy.
The same way Bustamante gets perfect games when your dad calls him at Haltom.
I've never seen anything like it. Ball 1 here on the potential laid down bunt attempt by Fiorentino. Oh, that's called strike. He must have held the bat out in front when he laid down for the bunt.
Might have been trying to block the wind as the wind is slowly but increasingly picked up here.
With that little bat, there's not much doing that.
I don't know.
Runner goes, bunt to square it up for, and it's going to be a called strike, but a stolen base for Uribe. Alvarado dropped the ball when he jumped up on his pop. And now Fiorentino will call time. Ball 1 will be issued to him here. One ball and 2 strikes. That one's going to skitter away, and Uribe will make it over.
Now Uribe standing 90 feet away from getting in there again. It's already scored one run after that triple that he got back in the first.
That one's just going to be a soft tapper.
That hit off of Edom's hand. Fiorentino is shaking his hand after that contact there. He might have ran in and got his hand. Defense is going to play in on this 2-2 count.
A little bit low and away. quality at bat here for Fiorentino.
I can see the fumes coming off of Zach's brain next to me from Pop getting two perfect games for Bustamante on the mound in the same situation. He's enjoying it, but
I'm-
he's slowly upset. He wish it was him.
I'm jealous, but I am excited for the young man as this is a walk for Fiorentino. Runners on the corners with nobody out.
If it makes you feel any better, Zach, there's always one thing I've always wanted to call. I have yet to call a home run.
Really?
Isaiah Henderson last year versus Grand Prairie in the leadoff opener game last season on a Friday. It's one to left field. You called the home run. The home run we didn't know was a home run because there was so much debate if the ball went over the foul pole or not. Ended up calling a home run after the umpires had to discuss it. Other than that, the only chance I've had was last week at Burnsville trio for the Colts. It's one down the line at Burnsville High School. Same conversation that they had with Henderson last year. Didn't know if it was going to be a ball, if it was a home run or not, if it went over the foul pole. The Colts had called it a home run, but the umpire said no, he went foul. So I've yet to call it a home run.
The season is long yet, my friend.
With the way the wind's blowing, I might get blown away between now and then. My car's still there, didn't roll away. As Piper got drilled.
And that was after a mound visit. And now the bases are loaded.
I don't think that was intentional. It looked like he was going to try to lay down a bunt, and the ball just ran in and got him. This is some hard hit by pitches today. Speaking of people getting hard hit by pitches, last week, Abe Alvarado took 3 hit by pitches in 3 straight games. In the Birdville tournament,
3 in a row.
he had 3 hit by pitches last week. Each game, he got hit at least once, and it started getting painful after a while. That's not the base.
That's a base hit, and there's a couple more runs due in for the Volunteers. They'll hold up the runner at third. But that is a base knock for Micah Couch after an 0 for 2 outing, collects an RBI to left.
Still no outs on the scoreboard.
Josue Martinez.
Bases still loaded, no outs. As Martinez
That's a hit by pitch. And the wheels are starting to fall off a little bit for the Grand Prairie Gophers. That'll be a 5-1 advantage for the Volunteers as a timeout gets called by the Gopher infield.
The angle we're sitting at, I can't tell if somebody's in there warming up in the bullpen for Grand Prairie.
It may be a field substitution, would be my guess. And this will be the second mound visit of the day, of the inning. And Aguilar is officially going to be done. We'll do our best to keep you apprised of who the new pitcher is if they make changes from the bullpen or from the field. But while they reset everything, we'll take a short break and bring you our pipe and peak pitching change when we come back.
Pools in Texas need servicing all year long. At Rami Pools, LLC, we provide quality pool services such as cleaning, maintenance, and repairs. So call 469-951-0107 for a free estimate and ask for Roberto. Rami Pools, LLC. We're going to make you fall in love with your pool again. Hablamos español.
Local Legends Figures immortalizes your athlete's achievements for a lifetime. Featuring 6-inch figures with poses in football, baseball, band, hockey, even lacrosse. Local Legends makes every effort to show their likeness down to every possible uniform detail. To order your custom figure, call 817-681-0319 or email orders at locallegendsfigures.com.
Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to hear Zach talk about things beyond the realm of sport, catch him with me, Ben Hart, on the Intergalactic Peace Coalition podcast. For nearly a decade, we've been geeking out on IPC about our favorite nerdy things. We have a back catalog of over 350 episodes diving into sci-fi and fantasy stories like no one else. Find the Intergalactic Peace Coalition at ipcpodcast.podbean.com or download via your favorite podcast app.
New pitcher on the mound in the form of number 9, Jordan King, coming on in this Pipe and Peak pitching change.
Pipe and Peak Plumbing. They sponsor all of our pitching changes, as they've been serving the Arlington area for over a decade. Make sure you call them to arrange a free quote. 817-807-7069. Pipe and Peak Plumbing.
There is no DH in the lineup, so I would imagine Aguilar will slide into a DH role.
I believe he moved out to center field, if I'm not mistaken, and they brought an outfielder. I took an outfielder out of the game for Aguilar. So Aguilar, I believe he's out there in center field, which would move Jalen Garcia or Amir Sanchez out of the outfield.
Well, this will be Raul Sanchez, who is 0 for 2 on the evening with a couple of strikeouts. 2 of Aguilar's 5.
But he has the bases loaded, though.
With nobody out. And that's going to go over our heads onto the berm, but not into the street. Falling about 3 feet in front of one of the parents that's keeping up with the kids running around back there. 5-1 your score here. 11-0 the score in Haltom City as Danny Bustamante makes history in Haltom. What kind of history are they capable of? This is a suicide squeeze, and now the Volunteers are in trouble. The tag back at third is going to be in time. Sanchez couldn't connect, and Piper will be retired in the rundown.
That's good. A good attempt there by Piper, though. He showed the speed trying to get back to third. He just wasn't able to get back in time. But he with his speed there, he was almost home at that point. He should have just ran home and kept the runners where they're at second and third. Instead of everybody retreating to keep the bases loaded, if you just continue and take the force at home, you still have 2 runners in scoring position.
Right. Now they're going to try and throw over to second base to see if they can catch the runner out there sleeping. Back safely, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Sanchez. Two balls and 2 strikes now as Sanchez looks at that one. Third base now unoccupied after that first out recorded. And the new pitcher, King, will step off. Two balls and 2 strikes to Sanchez. 2 men on. He's going to chop this one to third. The force play to third base is going to be collected in time. And that's a very unorthodox 5 unassisted fielder's choice that will put Raul Sanchez at first base.
See, we were just talking about having that runner at third and second. If the runners continued instead of retreating on the attempted bunt by Sanchez, you could have got a run scored out of that situation because you'd have had a runner on third and second. And a force could have been made or you'd still now have two runners on either way, but you'd had a chance to get that run in. Instead, you're looking at surrendering, leaving guys on base. Sturgill can bring them in here.
Sturgill was hit by a pitch and scored a run.
Final numbers for Aguilar on the day for the Grand Prairie pitcher. He's given up 5 earned runs. He's still responsible for one of the runs on base if the runner on second does come home to score. 6 hits, 5 walks, 4 of those were hit by pitches, and 5 strikeouts.
That'll be a strike here as it's 0-2 to Sturgill. Pitcher Jordan King coming in and doing what he needs to do so far. Sturgill defends the plate there with a swing.
And I can tell you the one thing I'm ready for more than anything is to get off the top of this crow's nest. That I can tell you of excitement. You want excitement? I'm not a big fan of sitting up high. I'm up high. I'm ready to get on the ground again.
I will take that into consideration for future staffing assignments. Make sure that you're not in very many crow's nests moving forward.
No more crow's nest. That is for the birds. Literal and figurative birds.
The 0-2 runner is going. Sturgill's going to put some pop in this one. It's headed to left field, but it's going to hang in the air and get called in for the F7. And the threat is abated, but not before Bowie pads their lead. It's now 5-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th here at Gopher Park. Stick around, there's more high school baseball on the Zap Network presented by John Wade Roofing after this.
Looking for the most unique gift for your student or athlete? Local Legends Figures has you covered. The custom 6-inch figures are designed with you and your legend in mind. They even immortalize yours truly with a custom, never-before-used model to create a Zach the Voice figure for my 30th birthday. Huge thanks to our friends at Local Legends Figures. See pricing and place orders at locallegendsfigures.com.
Pools in Texas need servicing all year long. At Rami Pools, LLC, we provide quality pool services such as cleaning, maintenance, and repairs. So call 469-951-0107 for a free estimate and ask for Roberto. Rami Pools, LLC. We're going to make you fall in love with your pool again. Hablamos español.
Welcome back to Grand Prairie, Texas on a chilly and windy evening for baseball. Alongside Chaz Melton and Jot Holly, I'm Zach Arnold bringing you this opener for District 8-6A competition. Jot, it started out with a 2-1 Bowie advantage, and there were a lot of goose eggs on the board, a lot of defense on display. But the Bowie Bats have been able to awaken for 3 runs in the last 2 innings to give them this 5-1 lead.
Yeah, the Bats were finally able to come alive there, especially that last inning where they ended up getting two big singles. One of those was for an RBI when Micah Couch with the bases loaded. It also helped too that Aguilar's control as it got later into the game became more dangerous. He did surrender 2 hit by pitches that last inning. One of those was a very painful one to Isaiah Piper, which loaded the bases. And then Jose Martinez got hit by a pitch, but that brought in a run. He ended up giving up 4 hit by pitches today. Aguilar did for the Gophers. So Bats came alive, but Aguilar's control, maybe a little frustration there, kind of helped give the Volunteers this 5-1 lead.
Top of the order in Martinez, and he had a called strike 1 to start the at-bat. Looks at ball 1 here. Two balls and a strike now. Pitcher Couch, who's got a strikeout to his credit already, and he's looking for another one here. Some of these players' jerseys are starting to look more like sails, Jot. They just keep blowing from side to side in this wind.
Come sail away with me. Come sail away, come sail away.
Please don't hit us with a copyright infringement, YouTube. The 2-2 pitch, below the knees, and the count runs full.
Just remember, I have the face for radio and the voice for TV, okay? Nobody's worried about my singing.
I've always been told I got the face for radio. Why do you think we show the baseball field more than we show our own ugly mugs during the pregame and postgame shows? This one's in play, headed for center field. It's going to loop and get caught for out number 1. It's the second fly out to center field at Martinez's expense. Did so as well back in the first inning. That'll take us to Diego Torres. Walked, scored a run, their only run so far, and struck out in his last plate appearance. And that one is going to hit him between the shoulder blades. Looks like a breaking pitch that never broke into an area where one might swing. Now Coach Johnson calling for a defensive alignment change. Gio Alvarado with a single to left in his last appearance. Ooh, that one's a gust. Check over at first base. You know, a lot of my thermal regulation is in my feet. My feet are rather chilly at this moment as my shoes breathe very well. Blooper to right field, it's caught. Back to first base, it's a double play. That's great defense by the Bowie Vols as they get the fly out to right and go back base. Torres with the variational F9-3 double play, and that'll take us to the 7th here on the Zap Network. Bowie's ahead by 4 when we come back.
John Wade Roofing has been serving the Arlington area since 1982, but the Wade legacy runs much deeper in the city of Arlington. A pioneer family that has had roots going back decades, John Wade and Company saw relatives attend the Cooper Street Arlington High campus and has had members play in Colt athletics for decades, and they're looking forward to serving this community for decades to come. Find out more at johnwaderoofing.com.
Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to hear Zach talk about things beyond the realm of sport, catch him with me, Ben Hart, on the Intergalactic Peace Coalition podcast. For nearly a decade, we've been geeking out on IPC about our favorite nerdy things. We have a back catalog of over 350 episodes diving into sci-fi and fantasy stories like no one else. Find the Intergalactic Peace Coalition at ipcpodcast.podbean.com or download via your favorite podcast app.
Welcome back to Gopher Park. The inning ended just moments ago on this blooper of a fly ball that went into the glove of Bowie's right fielder, and the double up ended the inning. Part of the great defense that we were alluding to previously, Jot. The Bowie defense just doing a lot of good to help their own cause.
Yeah, when you got, especially with younger players too, that was Brown out in the outfield, getting that double play, and then recognizing that the runner was so far off of first base that he wasn't going to get back in time. So that's just a great play there to get the double play. It's the second double play South Carolina that Grand Prairie has given up tonight. So the defense is helping out the pitching. Outside of that first run that was given up the first inning.
In that rundown. Yep.
In a rundown, with the defense did a good job of making sure they got the tag on a play that should have been a double play that we all thought was a double play. The defense has done a great job tonight against the Gophers.
This will be Turner leading things off after Sturgill finished the previous inning with a flyout. Turner got a single to right field and an RBI during his last plate appearance. Also walked and scored a run. He's gotten aboard twice this evening. Looks at strike number 1 here from Jordan King. That one very, very late on the delivery. And it'll be a bouncer that goes 3/4 of the way to home plate. Counts as ball number 1. It'll be Bowie's first home game of the year after playing in 3 tournaments that did not involve any home games for this varsity squad. The JV team played some home games during this preseason, but it'll be the varsity home opener this Friday night as they will play the return match against these Grand Prairie Gophers. Are giving a verbal warning to somebody in the stands, possibly a piece of commentary that got taken a little too far. Colorful commentary is what I like to call it, as the 1-1 tails away for ball 2.
You know, we're all humans at the end of the day. We all do have feelings. So hopefully it wasn't something that was hurtful. But, you know, sometimes these guys are doing the job. We can criticize them, but just kind of keep it PG. We're all doing a job together.
Hard hit to the hot corner, fielded, fired, and in time for out number 1.
Jackson showing the speed there. I thought he was going to run it out.
Coming up to bat, number 2.
Much tighter situation than it probably should have been, but third baseman, I want to say that's Martinez, able to grab it and send it over to Peoples in time. If there's any Arlington fans that have migrated over, welcome. It's a windy evening here in Grand Prairie, Texas, as strike 1 is issued to the former pitcher, now shortstop, Andrew Vega. Vega laid down a really good sacrifice bunt in his first plate appearance, but since then, not much activity at the plate. Most recently, a strikeout victim as he takes a look at ball 1 here. We haven't had one single comment in the chat yet. We'd love to give you a shout out before this game ends. Join the chat section. Tell us where you're tuning in from, who you're cheering for. We'll make sure to say howdy to you before we say goodnight. As ball number 2 is off of the glove of Alvarado and to the backstop. Two balls and a strike now. That's another chopper to the hot corner. Picked up there and fired across in time for out number 2. 2 at-bats, 2 5-3 putouts for the Gopher defense.
Coming up to bat, number 11, Christian Uribe.
Drew Too Good 1998 saying yo in the YouTube chat. Thanks for tuning in tonight.
Yo.
Yo. Uribe with those orange cleats that match his orange jersey tonight. Digging in for the potential final at-bat for the Volunteers. And then they'll go to work defensively, try to collect the final 3 outs to put this game away and move to 1-0 in district play.
It's always good to get that first win in district play. No matter the sport, the first thing you want to do is kind of establish yourself in the district. Like, okay, we in district play, we want to make sure that we get out the first win and get the horses out of the gates early.
He'll take a look at a called strike here, and it moves the count to 1-1.
What's the closest you've had for a player get to the cycle in the game that you called?
Oh, man. I want to say we had one time, maybe Jackson Irons for Arlington. I think he had a home run, a double, and a single, but he wasn't able to get the triple. So 1-1 here, now 2-1. We haven't been covering Bowie for very long, so I don't think anybody for Bowie that we've called has come that close. Henderson had a very electric bat last year for the Volunteers, playing at the collegiate level. 2-1 is now 3-1 to Christian Uribe. Hitters count here with 2 outs. looks like they're going to call time, and King is going to ask for a new baseball.
I want to shout out the vendor from Birdville last week. He had the best hot links that me and Cameron have ever had.
Hot links.
Hot links. They were whatever hot links they had at Birdville. Man, they were hitting the spot. Me and Cameron had gotten a few of them last week. So I'm gonna shout out that guy. I don't know if they have them at Bowie or Arlington, but
I don't know where I'm going for food when I get home, but Uribe is going to draw the walk here. Actually, my mom came across some coupons for Whataburger. I'm going to try to bring that with me when I come out to call these games and try to hand them out to folks on their way home. Can't say no to a free Whataburger Junior, can you?
I mean, you can if you don't want to wait in line. I will admit, I avoid lines.
I've been using their app. They're not even sponsoring us. We're just getting hungry.
Hungry.
I've been using their app recently, and that's been helping a lot with avoiding the lines. You place the order before you even get there, and you can customize it any way you want. As Fiorentino looks at strike one there, it's a ball and a strike to him. And then you just pull into one of the curbside spaces and tell them, hey, I'm in spot number 2, and they just bring it out to you.
Ooh, I need to try that. Might do it on the way home. So you tell my Adderall is wearing off. I'm starting to think about food.
Just a few outs away, buddy, as the curveball drops into the bucket for a 1-2 count to Adam Fiorentino.
Look, I'm a creature of habit, as we all are. I don't like heights. Really not really a big fan of the wind. Now I'm just getting hungry. So, creature of habit. It's that time of day.
Yeah, my next habit will be to bring an extra pair of socks as another curveball drops in for a called strike 3 to Fiorentino, and that'll end the side. King collects his first strikeout of the evening, and Bowie is 3 outs away from going 1-0. Stick around, we'll see how they do it, if they do it, when we come back here on Zap.
Las albercas en Texas necesitan servicios durante todo el año. Romy Pools brinda servicios de calidad, incluyendo limpieza, mantenimiento y reparaciones. Llama al número 469-951-0107 para una consulta gratuita y pregunta por Roberto. Romy Pools, haremos que te enamores de tu alberca de nuevo.
Hey, this is John Wade Jr., Colt Football 97, class of 98. And the next time you have a roofing issue, be sure and call Arlington's favorite roofer, John Wade Roofing. Look us up on the internet at johnwaderoofing.com.
Fans, a reminder to stay tuned for an abbreviated post-game show presented by John Wade Roofing, Arlington's favorite roofer since 1982. We'll have longer post-game shows for our home games, but when we're the visitors, we want to be polite and get out of their hair as quickly as possible. Not to mention the wind whipping all of us to the bone up here in the Crow's Nest. It's a great vantage point, and it's been a fun game to call and to watch. But we got to get out of here. And hopefully Bowie's defense is feeling the same way as Couch comes out for another inning of work. The Gophers, who will they be sending, Jod? It's the bottom portion of their order, isn't it?
4, 5, 6. Be Aguilar still batting, the original starting pitcher for the game. And then Muniz, the number 5 hitter. And then Peoples, the first baseman. 4, 5, 6. I can't tell if that's Aguilar coming up to bat. He has been moved out to the outfield, so he's still in the batting order.
Is that a 24 or is that a 34?
24.
Number 24.
That is Aguilar. 2 for 2 evening for him. Was looking to go 3 for 3 with that cut. It'll go foul, and it's 0-1. The 0-1. Chopper to third, and it's 0-2 as that one hooks too far foul. Aguilar with a single to center and another single to center. Neither one of those resulting in runs or RBI, though. Curveball called, strike 3. Micah Couch rings him up, and there's one away.
Coming up the bat, shortstop number 3, Saul Mooney.
That'll bring us to Muniz, who popped up to that double play. He tried to do a bunt that went into the glove of the pitcher, and then they were able to get the runner that was too far away. Doubled him up. 2 unconventional double plays for the Bowie defense today. This one's up in the air. It should be playable for someone in the infield. Who's going to call for it? Sturgill charging and can't make the grab.
Both Sturgill and Sanchez ran for it. It looked like Sturgill caught off Sanchez last second. They both dived and slid, and it just fell right between them.
It's 0-2 now. Couch turns and delivers the 0-2, and it'll get fouled off into the netting. Bowie looking to go 1-0 in district play after having a pretty rough outing during tournament play. But there's only 2 teams in the entire district, as this one is up in the air. 2 teams that came away from tournament play with winning records. And the E4 is going to put the runner aboard. It just popped in and out of the glove of the second baseman, Josue Martinez. Muniz is aboard on an E4, the first defensive mistake of the evening. Pitch is too far away for ball number 1. Part of me is silently hoping for the third double play of the evening to negate the error, but also get us out of this increasingly whipping wind. Pitcher has lost his hat, but he has to continue his motion because you don't want to get called for a balk. Couch's hat just completely flew off his head there.
Glad I didn't wear a hat today because mine would have flown off too. I'm scared of heights, so I don't know if I would be able to catch it without the thought of falling backwards.
Scoreboard is only showing a 1-0 count. It should be 2-0. Chaz Melton keeping up with things better than the folks below us. Check down over to first. Runner is back in time. That was a gust. Jot, I don't think I have called a game that has been this gusty before. That is too low for another ball. Unless they called time and called it no pitch, because now the scoreboard shows 2-0. I don't understand.
Might have called time because of his hat.
Because of the hat.
Threw it off.
Who knows?
Throwing the ball.
Right now, scoreboard showing 2-1. I believe it's 3-1. We'll see who's right after this next pitch.
We will see. We will see.
Looks like that will be. We'll just keep it here at 3-1. I guess that was no pitch there. Now a 3-1 count. Couch comes home, and it's ball 4. He lost him. So Peoples gets aboard on the free pass, and it'll be Austin Dennis that's going to try to extend the game here with 1 out and 2 men on. That'll prompt a mound visit. It's not Coach Johnson, though. That's not Coach Crowdis, because you would see his high stockings. But this is a coach's visit, which means Couch will be permitted just this one, and if a second visit is issued, he will have to be substituted for. Bowie would love for that to be avoided, as would the Zap crew, as we are anxious to get out of this wind and get to something warmer. I might brew myself a pot of decaf coffee when I get home.
You'll be up forever.
Decaf, my friend.
I see. See, I'm just an advocate of just get me out the wind and maybe get it onto solid ground, and I'll be good to go.
Josue Martinez's family tuning in from the Waco area, cheering for the Bowie Vols. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's game. That's going to be a called strike to the left fielder, Dennis. As there's 2 on with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. The tying run is on deck. Curveball called, strike 2 on the inside corner. He's been consistently calling that all evening, and Couch, the beneficiary of it this time. Quick glance of second, and the pitch home. Low and away, that's ball 1. It's a 1-2 count. And that's going to be foul. Got a piece of it, went into home plate. Sturgill playing a little bit up the baseline in case they try the bunt, but with 2 strikes, it's not likely. This moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes for Dennis. It's gracious.
You need bungee cords. These bungee cords are coming in handy.
They are.
They are coming in handy.
We've had exactly enough to be able to get us through this broadcast, but no more, no less. You can never have too many of those. I might have to buy another canister. Couch sets, glance over the right shoulder, and another 2-2. Curveball too high, and maybe a bit too far inside. And there's a countdown on the scoreboard. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 3, 2, 1. Elaine Nieve, 1776, supporting Jackson Turner from Mansfield. Thank you for tuning in and joining the chat tonight. That's in play. 4, 6, 3, in time, and that will do it for the Volunteers. What a great play as Josue Martinez gets it over to Vega, who gets it over to Sturgill, and the Bowie Vols are off to a 1-0 start to the 8-6A season. The 3rd double play of the ball game, and it ends the ball game to put them to 1-0. That'll take us to an abbreviated post-game show presented by John Wade Roofing. They have been serving the Arlington area for over 40 years with legacies athletically and in the community. The next time you have roofing needs or gutters, painting, solar, or more, call the family that does more at 817-265-5520. A huge and hearty thank you to Chaz Melton and Jot Holly for braving these windy conditions with us tonight. Jot, the story of this ball game, Bowie had some opportunistic offense and some very stout defense to help push them to this 5-1 win tonight.
You get 3 double plays to help out your pitcher. Andrew Vega, the starter, only gave up 1 earned run, despite the fact that he had the 3 walks and he gave up 3 hits. The defense was there to bail him out. Any chance that any time that the Gophers thought they were going to make a run, the defense and the pitching did a great job there of shutting it down. The offense, the bats came alive. You had multiple batters with multiple hits led by Christian Uribe. You had a single, a triple, and a walk. You had Fiorentino right behind him. You had 2 hits. You had multiple guys picking up the slack, especially between the 1 through 6 spots in the lineup. 7, 8, 9. Those guys did a great job on defense. So you had a lot of good players making big plays to get your first district win of the season.
They'll look to go to 2-0 on Friday for the return match at the ballpark at Bowie. I'll be on the call with my pops Doug, who just got done calling a perfect game for Danny Bustamante over at Haltom Buffalo Field, his second in as many seasons. So Pops will be riding a lot of momentum. The Bowie Volunteers will be riding a lot of momentum as we get ready for district play to continue on Friday. But that is going to do it for us here on this evening's blustery edition of High School Baseball on the Zap Network, presented by John Wade Roofing. For Chaz Melton and Jot Holly, I'm Zach Arnold, a.k.a. Zach the Voice, thanking you for tuning in, and we'll see you again on Friday. Until then, have a great night.